Superintendent. It is so great to have all of you here and your children in front of us, their teachers as well. Really great to be able to honor our students and hear from them what matters at this time and during this year. This is our third annual State of the Students, and we want to thank all of our teachers, our administrators, and our staff for making this district so wonderful for our students. And this is where they learn, they grow, and they become globally minded citizens. We also want to thank our parents, all of you, and our community for entrusting us to foster growth and development within our children, particularly during this year as we come out of all of the changes that we've experienced during COVID. Our Board of Trustees remains committed to our strategic plan and our LCAP. Those objectives are for our students to be balanced learners, for our staff to be supported, for communications to continue effectively, and for us to maintain sound finance and infrastructure. With us today are a few of our board members, and those are Todd May, Marco Party, and Ellie Abdoli. And also, thinking of our students today are Michelle Cernsich-Hodge and Emily Yulhorn. All right, thank you. As we celebrate our students, we will be posting this presentation on our district webpage and our YouTube channel to mark this school year for our entire community. So we ask that you share freely with your friends and spotlight your children. I am also going to introduce to you our cabinet team, which is over here. Cabinet, please stand. We have Julio Arroyo, our Director of Maintenance, Operations, and Safety. Wait, please, he is our gentleman, so it's easier to see. Aaron Conklin, Director of Special Education and Student Health. Dagmar Derrickson, our Director of Human Resources. Laura Myers, our Director of Curriculum and Instruction and Student Support Services. Nicole Rayburn, our Director of Secondary Education and Educational Technology. And Dr. Michelle Rollins, our Assistant Superintendent of Business Services. Thank you. And these are the staff members that do a lot of the work behind the scenes. The other staff members that I know that you know well are your principals, and I'll introduce them as well as they come up here to introduce their students who will be answering the questions that provide us with the current view of our state of the students here in Mill Valley. We know how important it is for us to give our students the opportunity to speak and weigh in on important issues and that affect their lives, their classmates' lives, and the entire community. You will see tonight that our future rests well in the hands of this generation of Mill Valley learners. First, we have Mr. Daniel McGord.
Good afternoon. So today we have 3 fifth graders from Edna McGuire. They are Cruz Cornett, Grace Davis, and Cameron Fu. They are prepared to answer the question, our community recently held an emergency preparedness day. In what ways have you and your family prepared for times that will require quick actions?
My name is Macarius Cruz Cornett, and this is how me and my family are prepared for an emergency. First, we picked a meeting place outside of my home in case of a fire or anything. We also have an emergency kit inside of my car that's filled with first aid, food, and lights. Finally, my bedroom is on the second floor, so I have an emergency ladder that latches onto my windowsill and allows me to climb outside my house. Those are some of the ways me and my family are prepared for an emergency. Thank you.
Family practices for emergency situations. For example, we learn how to evacuate our house. We also learn family and nearby friends' phone numbers in case of an emergency. My family has emergency backpacks with supplies such as food, water, and other helpful items. We also have a meeting spot outside our house in case of an emergency. We practice what to do when there's a fire in our house. like touch the doorknob lightly to see if it's hot, and crawl on the floor to stay safe from the smell. We also practice what to do in an earthquake, like get under a door frame or something sturdy. For power outages, we make sure to have lots of flashlights and backups.
I'm Cameron Field, I'm in fifth grade. Some things that my family do to be safe in case of a fire are we have go bags, first aid kit, emergency telephone, food rations, and also we have a map and escape plan to get out of our house in case of emergency, and it's the fastest way. Those are just some things you might want to think about regarding fire preparation.
Thank you, Cruz, Grace, and Cameron. You've provided us with excellent recommendations. We definitely hear your voice and appreciate you talking and listening. Next up, we have Old Mill School Principal, Mr. Jason Patton.
Great, thank you. Good afternoon. Honored to have two of our fifth graders here, Sadie Donalds and Emma Terrell, and they're going to speak to the question, what is your favorite recess activity? Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Sadie Donalds. I think that the best thing to do at recess is to play with my friends. I think recess is a good place to make connections. My great friend Charlotte is new to Old Mill, and I wanted to make her feel welcome. We sat together at lunch, we talked, and then we came up with an idea for a new game, which is our version of baseball. The way we came up with the game is, one day, me and Charlotte spotted a tee. We put a ball on it and took turns hitting it. Then I came up with the idea that we should make bases. I got 4 hula hoops and we made a mini baseball field. The way we play the game is the hula hoops are the bases and we stand in home plate. We either get the ball pitched to us or hit from the tee. We hit the ball with our arms and we try to run the bases without getting out. There are no fouls. Eventually, we made the field bigger and bigger and more people started playing the game with us. Now it is one of the most popular games in 5th grade. I love playing it with all my friends. That is my favorite thing to do, he said.
I'm Miss Carol, and I'm Miss Tavinko's 5th grade class at Old Mill School. I will be answering the question of, what's your favorite recess activity? I have some ideas, though, about improving it, and I would like to share them. I really like having a quiet place at recess. At my school, we have a place for quiet time. It's really nice to let people be quiet, away from the noise and chaos of the schoolyard. We used to have a cart full of Legos that would be kept in the multi-purpose room and pull it out for lunch recess. I think bringing this back would really help people be quiet now, especially if you're bored, want something new to do, or just a quiet activity. I also think having paper and pencils and other basic art supplies out there would be great too. Also, maybe we could have a book cart in the library. I realize some of the Legos are probably taken away due to COVID, but now we all know that COVID is an airborne disease. And just like we share things in the classroom, I think we can share items in the quiet zone. And for extra safety, we have hand sanitizer and extra supplies. Thank you for hearing these brief thoughts about improving quiet zones during the week.
Thank you, Sadie and Emma. It sounds like you enjoy your recess time. Next, we have Park School Principal, Mrs. Aubrey O'Connor.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're going to be joined by 5th grade representatives Sophie Bonchar Bueno and August Mack. And your question is, what is your favorite learning activity in your classroom this year and why?
1 second. I just gotta get it.
That's when you say technical difficulties.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is August Mack. I've chosen the subject of reading. First of all, reading in general is a good learning method because books are so engaging. For example, the book I am reading in class is called The City of Embers, and the last time I read it, I even forgot I was in the classroom until I looked up for my book. The book itself brings you into the book, and it's really like in that book. Also, if you pay closer attention into the book, sometimes you can see what the characters are saying because of all the details. The way Mr. Marsh teaches reading is a very good format. For example, his read alouds make me want to read 24/7, like the book Coraline we just finished right before Halloween. He also gives people in the book funny voices, which I think is very amusing. He also gives good book suggestions to people like the book I just read, Crossover. One thing that would help people to like reading more would have more days where we go and check out books at the library. Also, maybe more time for our book club books for more read aloud time.
Hello, I'm Sophie and I go to Park School. Here are some things I like to do at school. I loved the garden activities because I never had one in my previous school. We can always do activities there like math and reading. I also like it because if we finish our work earlier, we get to eat things out of the garden. I also really like doing my work outside. The garden makes me enjoy class more. I also really like the book club books because they helped me figure out what type of reading I like to read. And it helps me read more and more types of books that are for my age. One last thing that I really like for the classroom is that when it's a holiday or a day a special day, we can decorate our room with paper chains and decorations. I like it because, like Halloween, we made ghosts and bats out of colored paper, and yeah.
Thank you, August and Sophie. It sounds like good learning is happening in your classrooms. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Strawberry Point School Principal, Mrs. Kimberly Russell.
Good afternoon. I am very proud to introduce two fifth grade students, Gavin Jafari and Sasha Musato, who are going to answer the question, as we consider our facilities improvements and maintenance, what do you believe are the most important components of a school building and classroom?
Hi, I'm Gavin. I'm in 5th grade at Strawberry Point School in Miss Queck's class. I believe there are important improvements we can make to our school that will benefit all students and staff. I will be talking about 3 main improvements: outdoors, comfort for students, and making our school greener. The first way we can improve our school is by adding shade structures. As of right now, Strawberry Point has no shade structures. We even lost all of our tall shady trees around the playground in the last big storm. We as students need shade. We spend approximately 1.5 hours outdoors every day. Shade will allow us to escape the heat and offer protection from the sun. Next, we can improve the comfort for the students in the classrooms. One way we could do this is by adding air conditioning to all classrooms. As of now, kindergarten, 4th graders, and 5th graders do not have air conditioning. Working in a classroom with a comfortable temperature makes it much easier to concentrate. Finally, we can improve our school by making it greener. One way we could do this is by adding solar panels. Strawberry is an ideal location for solar panels. We have full day sun and flat roofs. Solar panels would enable our school to run on clean energy and provide backup power. It's a win-win. These improvements will help us build a better future for Strawberry Point. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak to you today.
Hello, my name is Sasha Luzato, and I will be representing Room 10 at Strawberry Point School. The following response has been created in collaboration with my peers. We discussed this question in class, and we noticed 3 themes. We believe that one of the most important things when considering updates to a school is creating classrooms and buildings that are inclusive. This might include gender-neutral bathrooms and classrooms that are designed to meet the needs of all children. The next thing we discussed was creating classrooms that are comfortable for learning. This includes air conditioning and heating that complete with the doors and windows being opened.
and chairs and tables that are more comfortable and offer flexibility. Our third theme is creating schools that are green and beautiful. For our school, this would look like having solar panels so that we can limit our school's carbon footprint, while at the same time providing covered areas for us to learn. Also, this would include more permanent artwork on our campus walls. All this being said, a school isn't a school without its people. The most important part of school is its people. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavin and Sasha. Did you take notes on that, Julio, for our facilities? Very good. Next up is Mrs. Lisa Lamar, principal of Tam Valley School.
Good afternoon. I have the pleasure of introducing Maggie Marr, Sophia Stamos, and Olivia Stemler, representing our 5th grade. Our question is, how do the toolbox tools most help you in your day-to-day interactions at school?
Hello, I am Maggie. I am new from Tam Valley, and I am here to talk about the toolbox tool. Being in the classroom can be stressful, especially if you are called on to answer a question, or if you are doing a test. If you start to freak out, you can use the breathing tool. You take a deep breath in and count to 4. Then you breathe out and count to 4. Or you can take out your imaginary tape measure and breathe in and stretch your tape measure out. Then breathe back out and put your tape measure back in. Using this tool and all the others help me get better grades.
Sophia, most kids look forward to recess. It can become the best part of your day or the worst part. Sometimes it's because of injuries, but it can also be because of someone's words. We can only help you with the words. Let's say you go play foursquare. When it's your turn, you hit the ball and you think it bounces in, but the majority say it's out. You now have 2 options. 1, you can yell at them and then go sulk. Or 2, you can use your tools to calm down. Let's say you choose 1 and you yell at everyone. How is that going to help you? But if you choose 2, then you can avoid being embarrassed. The tools I use most are the taking time tool and the trash can tool. I use the trash can tool to throw away the mean words, and I use the taking time tool to step away from the drama, and it can also help me calm down if I feel like I'm going to explode. I like these tools most, but you can use whatever tools you prefer. If you have any questions about this, you can talk to your school counselor.
Hi, I'm Olivia Stemler. Toolbox tools help me in many day-to-day interactions at school. Today, I'd like to talk to you about how they help me during PE and school sports. PE and school sports can lead to frustrating situations where my friends and I become too competitive and forget to focus on sportsmanship and having fun. For example, during kickball, 2 kids may disagree whether the ball is fair or foul and can lead to an argument and waste our precious PE time. When this happens, I feel annoyed, impatient, and disappointed. When I start feeling this way during PE, there are many toolbox tools that can help me get cozy in the green zone. But the tool that most helps me in this situation is the patience tool. I can just take a moment and remind myself that I have enough patience to just wait it out. Eventually, the argument resolves and we can continue our game. Without this tool, I might jump in, pick a side, and start an even bigger argument that can waste the entire PE class. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie, Sophia, Olivia. It's great to hear from you all the way you use your tools. I see Miss Jen, one of our counselors back there, and I know she was very proud to hear all of those great ideas. Next up, we have our principal of the middle school, Mr. Jeremy Patton. Additionally, we have 2 other administrators, Rob Selly, our dean, and our assistant principal, Kate Sprague.
Hello. So today we have Stella Di Matteo representing the 6th grade, Tristan DeBear representing the 7th grade, and Tyler Erickson for 8th grade, with a question to support all of our 5th graders who will be in 6th grade next year. What skills are most needed to be successful at Mill Valley Middle School, and what is your best advice to give to our 5th graders?
Hi, I'm Stella Di Matteo. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm representing 6th grade for MVMS at this board meeting. For 6th grade, the key to a good year will be balance. If you are an overachiever like me, try not to overwork yourself. Remember that one bad grade or a missing assignment won't mean the end of the world. If you want to get better grades, try to impress your teachers by turning in assignments on time. Study for pop quizzes and stay calm. Also, make sure to practice self-care. I like to take a relaxing bath once in a while or jot down my thoughts in a journal. Before that, I like to check my planner and make sure I have all my assignments done. My advice to 5th graders would be to enter 6th grade prepared and relaxed. The stress of starting at a new school will very likely overwhelm you. So remember that other kids feel the same way. Savor your years at middle school and don't forget to have fun. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Tristan DeBear, and I'm a 7th grader here at MDMA. When I first started 6th grade, I was scared to leave Tam Valley, where I've been for 6 years. School gets harder as you progress, but your accomplishments are more rewarding. You can make it easier by being organized and having good time management. Maybe you want to take advantage of teacher office after school. I also highly suggest office hours because not many people do it, and your teachers can help you with almost anything. It's great to get extra help, ask questions on your assignment, or prepare for tests. Also, try to get enough sleep. The school is harder and not as much fun when you're tired. Thanks for listening.
I'm Alex, and I'm representing the 8th graders at MPMS. Now, for things that 5th graders for skills that 8th graders should have, would be a method to motivate yourself. Motivating yourself is the best way to get work done. You're not going to get any work done. Second is being able to communicate with your teachers. Being able to communicate with the teachers is very important. If you don't have a missing assignment, you're going to get a terrible grade, and it's just not going to be good. Now, there's a sense of organization. Organization is very important because you may not know an assignment to do. You may not get enough sleep. And speaking of sleep, a good sleep schedule is the final skill that 5th graders should have. It's going to school sleepy, it's not good. I've done it, not fun. That's full skills that 5th graders should have coming into MPMS.
Thank you, Stella, Tristan, and Tyler. Excellent advice. And I know that you had a captive audience here and many more children that will get to watch from home to know that they can be successful at the middle school as well. Next, now we will do a presentation of certificates, and principals can come up, hand the certificates to the students and stand behind them. And then I'll give you a moment at the end to be able to come up and take pictures of your students with your principal. So Daniel, you come up first. Cruz Cornett. And Grace Davis. Next up, Cameron Koo. Sadie Donalds. Anna Terrell. Sophie Bumarker Bueno and August Mack. Gavin Chafari and Sasha Lozado. Maggie Nair and Sophia Stamos. And Olivia Stemler. Stella Diamateo. Kristen DeBear and Tyler Eric. Staff, families, and community, we know that you've been instrumental in the success and encouraging critical thinking, analysis, and engagement for your children. Thank you administrators and for leading our schools, our staff for providing learning, and our board for your guidance. And thank you students for sharing these wonderful insights with us tonight. Have a good evening and feel free to join us in the district office for our board meeting at 6 p.m.